Hi, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. I send you so much love and light. I hope that you guys are all doing great. So I've been so busy for the last 2 weeks. My sister got married last week, you guys. So it was so beautiful, the ceremony. So of course, I've been super busy with that. And not only did she get married, but she's moving into the first floor of my parents' house. We have a two-family house. She's moving in with her new husband to the first floor apartment, and it's getting fully renovated at the same time as we've been like planning her wedding, doing everything for her wedding. So it's been so crazy. So that's where I've been. The last 2 weeks have been insanely busy. I don't think I've ever been so busy as I have been, like helping with the renovations and working on her wedding stuff. But I'm so happy to be back here with you guys today. So that's why I've been away for a couple weeks now on my channel. So I just want to say thank you for sticking around. Thank you for watching today's video. I send you all so much love and light. We're going to do their current feelings because that's the last video I did, but I'm in the mood to check into that energy. So we're going to take a look and see what's going on with this person that you have on your mind. But even though some of you watch for a specific person, other messages could come through from spirit to you from someone else. It could make you think of someone else. I look at this energy as romantic, but some of you may feel like you're receiving messages about a friendship or maybe from a family member. I'm just going to open myself up and see whatever comes through for each sign. All right, so we're going to start out with Virgo's reading. Happy birthday to all my beautiful Virgos. Let's jump right in, you guys. I love you all so much. Before I begin, just want to take a moment to invite the white light of the Holy Spirit. Okay, Virgo, how do they feel about you? Whoever you choose to focus on, let's tap in. Is anyone thinking of a Leo? Because Leo's energy is coming through so strong already in the reading. It could be your own moon or rising sign, or maybe even cross watchers watching your reading already, Virgo. Let's see how they feel. Also, Pisces energy has come through. So again, it could be your own moon or rising sign or who you're thinking of, or cross watchers here. And then your Virgo energy is coming through as well. So I wonder if you're even thinking about another Virgo. There's a lot of disappointment in this person's energy. Feeling like certain plans between you and them didn't turn out the way that it was supposed to turn out. Like in this person's energy, it's so much thinking about what the two of you were supposed to have or what you could have had. And if you're in separation from this person, or if you feel like things are not going well between the two of you, or you feel like if you're looking at things and feeling like it's falling apart or you're disappointed, this person feels that way also. Like, I know at one point in time they feel like you had the greatest love story of all time. But the way that it comes across now is like things didn't work out and it's such a disappointment. Like it's not easy for this person to think about these things, to realize this reality. And please don't think I'm taking their side when I tell you any of this, Virgo, but I do see someone who like they're looking at things so differently now. It's like a change in their mindset, a change in their point of view. Not even necessarily, though, a change in their heart, because they love you very deeply. They still love you. They're in love with you currently, and that's why it hurts so bad for things to not be working out the way that it was supposed to work out, or even what this person feels the potential could be. And on the one hand, they also look at things and feel like there's a lot that they owe to you. So it's like somewhere along the line, the two of you started getting separated. That's how they're looking at things, because they do take ownership. They take accountability for the things that they need. They feel like they need to do better when it comes to you. They do feel like they owe you a lot, and they didn't always like keep their promises and follow through. But then they are thinking about the times that they feel they receive that same energy from you, thinking about the times that they feel you didn't keep your word, you didn't follow through. So it seems like when I look at the energy bouncing back and forth between the two of you, there could be a mirroring going on, or that, you know, even the two of you just looking at the situation in a similar light. So if you're in separation from them and you feel like this person is the love of your life, and that it's like you wish it could have worked out differently, or you wish it still could work out differently, they feel the same way. I think, you know, when I look at this energy, it's like the two of you realizing things since being apart from each other, realizing what could have been done better, or what could be done better in the future. So what I will tell you, Virgo, is this person wants to fix things with you for sure. Like, this is not a place where they want to be, you know, looking back and realizing, if I would have done things differently or done this or that differently, we'd be in a different place right now. And looking at you and feeling like, well, if they, you know, thinking about how their actions have had consequences, and vice versa. I know that, is this someone that you divorced, or is this someone that you were just in a long-term committed relationship with, where you guys just started drifting apart, but at one point in time were head over heels, very deeply in love with each other? Because for some of you, it's like we were almost married, but we didn't get married. That's the kind of vibe that I can pick up on. So they are still very much attached to you, thinking of you, in love with you, drawn to you, and thinking about the things that they wish they had an opportunity to make right. But then also like wanting to receive that same energy from you as well, Virgo. Wanting to feel like you know, truly respect them, and that they're playing their role that they should play. And yeah, that's what it's like. I wonder if the two of, like, how you feel about this currently, because what I see deep in this energy is two people who still want to hold on to each other. And even though it's like slipping away, or maybe it's even already gotten away, that's not what they want. So what you need to know from Spirit is this person wants to fix things with you. Realize it's just realizing things in a way that they never did before until now. And there is so much that they want to show you about what they've realized. You know, being apart from you or having things not be right, it just feels to them like I'm missing such a huge part of myself. Gemini's energy is also here. Are you guys thinking of a Gemini? Cross watchers, or your own moon or rising sign, Virgo? But that's what I can see. Someone who wants to move forward with you. Move forward with you in a healthy way, in a productive way. Another chance to do things right and get it right. Okay, Virgo, I wonder what all of that means to you. It definitely gives this energy as if the two of you are in separation. But maybe for some of you here, like, this energy of separation that I can see just has to do with you guys maybe drifting further and further apart. But there is no one else that they want to be with or have their future with. No one else, only you. That's what you need to know. So if you feel that way about them, know that the feeling is mutual. Okay, Virgo, that's what I can see going on with them currently. I love you guys so much. Now we're going to get into Libra's reading. So who are you thinking of as you watch this, Libra? Let's tap into the energy and see how they feel about you. It feels like this person is thinking a lot about the times when they were disappointed. And for some of you here, that has nothing to do with what you guys have had. It's like this person thinking about the past and letting that interfere in how much they choose to move forward with you. I can see that going on. I can also see Aries energy here. Is anyone thinking of an Aries or your own moon or rising sign, Libra? Cross watchers. It's kind of two different readings. I'm going to read it for you one way to begin with, Libra. So this person, the one that I can see struggle to find their place and where they belong, they do feel like with you, they found where they're supposed to be. This person feels like you rescued them from a very dark and lonely place. Moreover, like lonely and sad. I can see where it's like they're afraid to be happy because they're afraid that it's going to get taken away from them. So it brings out a lot of insecurities from what they experienced about the past. But what's funny about this person's energy is I see how hesitant they are to fully let go and embrace a partnership. But at the same time, they feel like this is finally everything that I've waited for, and everything that I've been looking for has come into my life in you, Libra. That's how they feel. And they envision being married to you. They can definitely see you playing that role of their future spouse. But this person is like, they're at a crossroads and they keep thinking about how they're gonna lose their independence. And that has to do with trauma from the past when they feel like they were so disappointed. So it's like they go back and forth, like, do I let myself fully embrace this and go in 100%? Or do I hold on to my independence? What's funny about this person's energy is they are already in so deep and they are already so invested, because I see the things that they realize about how you took them out of that lonely place and how you embrace them. And like when they're around you, that's where it feels they need to be. It feels like it's home. And the fact that they realize this is everything that they've waited so long for. And the fact that they realize, you make them put things into perspective. You make them look at the past and compare it to what they have with you. And they feel like I'm receiving what I gave before. Now I'm receiving that through this Libra, through you. But the thing about it is I just see how hesitant this person is because of their insecurities. And like I said, how they're afraid that it's so happy and it's so good. Is it going to get taken away from me? So if you have someone that has run from you or become distant with you, if things were going good and like this person pulled away or pulled back, that is why. It's not because they're not interested or they're not into you or that they've lost feelings for you. No, that's not what it is at all. It's triggering because they're thinking about, it's so good, I don't want to lose it. So it's almost like they're sabotaging it. But I don't think that this person is going to remain distant for much longer or to do something to really ruin things and let you get away from them, because they realize that this is everything that they've been waiting for. So that's why they're so hesitant like that. So I can definitely see for some of you, if you feel like you're dealing with a person that's a runner, so to speak, I can tap into that energy. Now, for others of you watching this, I wonder if you feel like you are the one that is the runner in the connection. And if you resonate with what I'm saying about, it feels incredible and it feels like I'm safe, but then I'm scared to feel like, is this true? Am I really safe? Questioning things like that. If you think, what you need to know is this person definitely gets it and sees all of that and understands your struggles. And they want you to feel safe. So I'm telling you that this person is invested. And they're planning a future here. This is not someone who's going to leave you or run away from you or walk away or hurt you again the way someone has hurt you before. This is a person that is very serious about you and the connection and about love. They take it seriously. This person is wise. They're an old soul. So if for whoever I'm talking to now that's watching the reading that feels like, well, I'm the one that runs, I'm the one that, my insecurities are being triggered, what Spirit wants you to know is you are safe here. You are very safe with this person. This is someone that's going to let you have the freedom to be who you are. They don't want to stifle you. They want to see you blossom and rise to your full potential. And they feel like they've waited so long for you to come into their life. And that's not something that they're going to squander or ruin. They want you to know that they're here to protect you and take care of you, but then also respect you and give you the freedom and independence that you so desire. They see everything that you've gone through. And I think where I'll end the reading is like how much this person wants you to know that you are safe with them. Okay, Libra, that is what's going on. I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed the reading. And next is Scorpio. So who are you thinking of, Scorpio? Let's tap into that person's energy. Let's see how they feel about you. Sagittarius is here. Are you thinking of a Sagittarius? Maybe even a Sagittarius from the past. Sagittarius could be cross watchers watching your reading, Scorpio. Or maybe that's your own moon or rising sign. I'll mention it because it's here. You have someone that is like they are watching you and everything that you do in any way that they can watch you. So whether it's through social media or it's passing by wherever you are to catch a glimpse of you, they do it. And moreover, it's in this person's mind where they think about you all the time and like envision what could be, or they just think back to the history between the two of you, whether that's a long history or a short history. Like this person just sits back and thinks about you. They do, and they literally watch you and come by to wherever you are. This person has their eye on you. And like I said, or did I say this? I might have just been thinking it. They're very anxious and like very, like, that expression, like this person is chomping at the bit, like to be around you, to see where things could go with you. So this definitely feels like someone who is, it doesn't feel like you're in a relationship with this person that I'm picking up on, Scorpio. It feels like someone who is on the outside looking in, on the outside and wanting you so badly and thinking about, what could be. Could even be someone that when you think about this person, things may not have ended on the best of terms. Because, when I look a little bit further, for the Six of Cups to come through, did I show you guys these cards? For the Six of Cups to come through in reverse, it's like thinking about what went wrong between us. Even certain words that they wish they could take back that they said, especially if they said things to end it with you or threw jabs at you or were harsh to you in any way. Wishing that those words never left their mouth, or like if it was through a message that they sent to you, wishing that like I could undo it and unsend it. So it's funny because there's like this energy of them seeking forgiveness when it comes to you, or wishing they could just do things over and take back what they said. And then when I connected to the way that, you know, they're thinking about the past and wondering if you're thinking about the past and if what happened in the past still bothers you, they worry about all those things. So for some of you, I know that this person is very much watching you but hasn't approached you yet or wants to approach you. Just know this, Scorpio. They don't want things to be over with you, and the door is still wide open for you. It is because of the way that they're still thinking about you, inquiring about you, watching you, coming around. I know it's not right if this person said things that you feel were disrespectful. It's not right. But I will tell you that this person has a lot of respect for you. Even if they messed up before, they don't mean it, and they didn't mean it. They feel like you're marriage material, parent material. Like it's respecting you in every possible way. Your accomplishments even. So what I'm picking up on the most is I feel like someone that's very anxious to see you and be around you, but is already around you now and watching you and thinking about you, but also seeking forgiveness and how the door is still open for you and how they don't want things to be over. Even for some of you here, if you feel like, well, I'm the one that said things that I regret, I'm the one that maybe walked away. If you feel like that's your own energy for whoever is watching, I still feel like the door is open for you and like there's an opportunity for you to make things right with this person if you feel like that's your position to play. And even though, you know, there could have been a harsh exchange of words or messages, and yes, they do think about what happened between the two of you, it's not ruined. Even if you feel or worry that it is, it's not. Even if you feel like, did I mess up my reputation so much to the point that they don't respect me anymore? No, they still respect you. I feel like when I tap into that energy, things could be forgiven between you and this person. Whether you forgive them or they're the one that needs to forgive you, I feel like it could happen. Okay, Scorpio, that's what I can see going on. Now, I pick up on a vibe of you being in separation from this person. That's what it feels like. But maybe some of you are with them, but you're just distant. So if you've grown distant with your current person, know that they don't want it to fully drift apart. Like they want to come back together. They don't want things to be over. That same energy of forgiving and moving forward still applies. And I can see where if you're with this person now and that's who you're watching for, they're very anxious and eager to get things back on track. Okay, Scorpio, that's what I can see happening with this person. That's how they feel currently. I love you guys so much. Next is Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius, let's tap into the energy. Let's see what Spirit shows us about this person's feelings for you. Because I feel like some of you could be surprised. You may have your mind on one person, but I feel like for someone here, there's going to be a message that comes through from someone else. That'll make sense to you if it makes sense to you. Let's see what Spirit shows us about their feelings for you. Okay, so they definitely want forgiveness, especially if they said things to you that hurt you deeply, or even if it's something that this person wrote to you that you read that hurt them deeply. They definitely seek forgiveness and want to apologize for that. And if that's what led to the two of you, or if that's a part of what led to the two of you going your separate ways or becoming distant, even if they said that they want it to be over and they don't care, like that's not true. They might have said that at the time, but in this person's energy, they desperately like do not want things to be over because you are their whole world. And if like they can't even think about a reality without you there. Like they keep thinking about, we have to make things better, we will make things better. So what I see is someone who could have like really pushed you away, being defensive or acting like they were so righteous at the time. And I wonder if any of you here watching feel like, well, you know, with the way that they treated me, I don't even know if they want me to reach out or to approach them. Yes, they do. They absolutely do. Even if they were the one that was so headstrong at the time. That is the last thing they want to do, is push you away. So I know if you were to reach out to this person, they would be very, very happy and totally open and receptive. I just feel like someone said things to you that they know you didn't deserve. They know that because this person respects you so much. I'm not taking their side when I say that, Sagittarius, but I see a harsh exchange of words and like how those words cut very deep and how they wish they could go back in time and never do that, never say that. Because then I see that happening, and then I also see the way that they just think so highly of you. Not that that was okay for them to do that, but what you need to know is they didn't mean anything that they said, and they do they have so much respect for you as a person, even for some of you as a partner, as a wife, even as a mother. They have a lot of respect for you. But it's just you as a partner and what you bring to the table, who you are. They really respect you. I can even see how they wish to spend quality time with you, be alone with you, take you somewhere, maybe even take you back to a place that brings a lot of joy and positivity and happy memories for the two of you, especially if that has to do with like a little road trip that you guys took, or being near the water. For some of you, that's on their mind, like they want to take you there, you know, wishing and hoping that you'd say yes. So I think they want to apologize for the way that they treated you, or the things that they said, or even like just the things that they did to make you feel like they pushed you away. I know they want you to come back into their life. They don't want to be apart or distant. And I think what you need to, that's a part of what you need to know the most about this person's current energy, Sagittarius, but then also the level of respect that they have for you. It's nothing but respect for you. There's not one bad thing. This person knows that truly there's not one bad thing that they could say about you. Even if they did before, because I feel like for some of you here, this person has like a short temper, had a very, very short temper with you. Did I mention Cancer's energy as well as Virgo's is here, and Pisces in your own Sagittarius energy? So lots of signs coming through. Maybe the energy of cross watchers watching this, or who you're thinking of, Sagittarius, or your own moon or rising sign. But that's what I can see going on with this person currently. Okay, you guys, that's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Next is Capricorn. Okay, so my beautiful Capricorns, whoever you're thinking of, or you know what, let's just see what comes through from Spirit for you. How does this person feel about you? So Pisces and Sagittarius's energy has come through. Are you guys thinking of one of those signs? Or it could be your own moon or rising sign, or cross watchers here. It could be the energy of cross watchers. This is a little bit tricky now. And now I don't want you to think I'm just on this person's side when I tell you, but I see a lot of doubts in their energy when it comes to you, Capricorn. This person doesn't know if they can fully trust you, but they want to though. Like they want to trust you, but I can see that this person doesn't know. Okay, so they have a lot of questions for you about your intentions towards them and how you feel about them. So since they feel that they don't have those answers, that's what makes them feel cautious and question things. At, you know, they want to do whatever they can to put your mind at ease. They think about how you're reacting towards them and they wonder, like, did I do something to make you feel nervous, or did I do something to make you want to back away from me? They think about that. So they're thinking about that and then thinking like, well, I want to do whatever I can to put your mind at ease and reassure you. But then at the same time, it's like a snowball, because where they feel like you are not showing them consistency and they have a lot of questions about your intentions towards them, it makes them get in their own head as well. But that is not a place where they want to be. Like they don't want to be in their own head. They want you to have peace of mind and for them to have peace of mind as well. You know, you've had a really profound effect on this person since you came in. You've helped them see things in ways that, you know, they may not have told you. They might have opened up and told you how you've helped them. But if they haven't, that's why I'm telling you that, is because even if you were together briefly, or even if you've been with them for a long time, whatever the case is, you open up this person's eyes and you open up their mind in a lot of ways, and you open up their heart. You've made them very open where they might have been closed off before. And that also is something that makes them feel worried. Okay, so there's a lot going on with this person, and that is why I know they need reassurance from you. Because they're not even like coming through as if they're particularly saying that you've done something wrong. It's just more of a worry. Maybe thinking of the worst case scenario. I just know that what they would need in order to feel secure, because they do feel very insecure, is consistency. Because like I said, they question, how do you feel about me? What are your intentions towards me? Do you see this? Do you see these energies coming through? The 10 of Cups, but with the Page of Cups. It's someone whose feelings are growing very quickly. And I will say that this person has very strong feelings for you. Very euphoric at times, like thinking, could this be it? Like what? Thinking about everything that could be. I think they fell in love with you. But that's something, like they take a step back from feeling so intensely because they want that consistency. And in order for them to show you all of these things, if this is surprising to you at all, like they will show this to you, but when they feel things are very smooth and stable between the two of you. So this person, I know they have a very hard time trusting, and I don't want to put all of that on you. It could be that they're carrying energy from things that have happened in the past. So it's a bit complicated when it comes to this person's energy that I can see, because it's so emotional. They're very attracted to you physically and sexually, but they don't want it to be just all about that. I mean, they want all of those things, but they don't want they want that reassurance and that security that it's not going to be just about that, or it's not going to be like a short-term situation, that it's real, that it's true. So like I said, you've had a profound effect on this person, and even if you've only known them for a short period of time, you've opened up a lot of things in them that were closed off. So it's like a whirlwind of emotions and feeling things it feels like very fast and very deeply. They just are not sure if they should trust it. And like I said, I'm not blaming you when I tell you that, Capricorn, but that's how they feel. And that could explain for some of you here why this person has backed away, or why they've switched up their energy, or why things have changed between the two of you. Do you guys need to have a talk? I mean, really, because when I tap into both energies, it's all these questions on both sides, unanswered questions. So you know what? I can see what would really benefit the connection is vulnerability mutually. I know that's not the easiest thing to do, but I also know how much that could help things between the two of you, is like communicating about what you want, how you feel, and like worries and fears. Okay, Capricorn, that's what I can see going on with this person currently. I hope that you enjoyed the reading. Next is Aquarius. Okay, my beautiful Aquarius. Let's tap in and see what's going on. How do they feel about you? Aries energy and Virgo has come through. Are you guys thinking of one of those signs? Cross watchers, maybe watching Aquarius's reading, or your own moon or rising sign, Aquarius. So this person is like dead set on you. It's like, I'm not looking anywhere else. I don't need to look anywhere else. Like, they're very fixated on you, Aquarius. They are. But then they're so fixated on you, and yet this person feels like, it's funny because first, it's two readings here. I'll start with the first reading. For some of you, they feel like you just won't take a chance, like of like an uninhibited chance on them. They feel like you have a lot of things holding you back from fully believing in them, believing in the connection, and taking a chance with them in the connection. So they're very fixated on you. They're dead set on you and having you as their lifelong partner, to be honest with you, because this person thinks a lot about marriage. So it's like they're dead set on that. They want that from you. They want that, but then they feel like you're not, you don't trust them enough, and you're not giving them enough of a chance. So they feel like things are moving very slowly, if at all, between the two of you. That's what it is. So this kind of feels like you have someone that's on the outside wanting so much more from you and feeling like you're not taking a chance. Like, they could even wonder about, is this unrequited? It's so lopsided between us, because this person is all in when it comes to you, Aquarius. They are. And I know how much they want to show you stability. They want to show you that they can protect you, even that they can provide for you, especially if you're thinking of a masculine energy. This person really wants to flex their masculinity. A provider, a protector, that's what the vibe is like. But then thinking about how they've opened up to you, but you haven't opened up to them, and how you're holding back from them. They don't feel like you hold back in a way that you're like cruel or mean or cold. They don't feel you're like that. They just feel like, I don't really have your heart the way that I want to have your heart. So you want someone obviously that really wants you to open up and take a chance and go all in with them, and just like kind of trust them and fall into their arms and let them be your person. Let them, guide you, lead you. Like, they want you to take that chance so badly. And they're so fixated on like you and only you, and that's it. So that's one half of the reading. For others of you, I wonder if you're the one watching this that's like, well, I'm the one that's so hesitant to truly open myself up to this person. So if that's your energy that I'm reading, everything remains the same as far as how bad this person wants you. Spirit wants you to know that. And Spirit wants you to know how fixated they are on you, like dead set on, I don't see anybody else. I'm not looking for anyone else. My focus is on you and only you. Like they're just so focused on you. So if you're the one that I'm reading that is hesitant about taking that leap of faith in love and taking a chance, because you're wondering, is it just me and only me? Are they going to be true? Are they going to be faithful? Yes, yes, and yes. Like, this person is thinking about, they want to be your spouse. Moreover, if this is a masculine energy, this person just wants to be your husband. They're not going to pressure you. They're not going to do anything to push you away, or at least that's not their intention. So if you feel like they're doing that to you and they're putting pressure on you that they don't intend to, they have the best of intentions towards you. And really what they want is to see you like come into your own and blossom and believe. They want to bring out the best in you. They appreciate you. They take you very serious. They have nothing but respect for you. They know that, I mean, this person is not a fool. They know that they're never going to find anyone better than you. That's what it is, and they know that. They look at you as someone that's very stable and cautious. But what they want and what they wish is for you to just like take that leap of faith when it comes to them. They want that so badly from you. Okay, Aquarius. That's what I can see going on. I love you guys so much. That's how this person feels about you. And next is Pisces. All right, Pisces. So let's take in. Let's see what is going on with this person. How do they feel about you? Your own Pisces energy is here very strong, as well as Aquarius and Aries and Taurus. Anyone on the cusp, either with Aries or Aquarius, thinking of a Taurus, or is those signs who you're thinking of, sun, moon, rising energies? I'll mention it because it's all here. You have someone that I can see is very scared to take a leap of faith. Yet at the same time, you're everything that they ever wished for, wanted, hoped for, prayed for. Like that's really what it is, and that's how they feel. There's no one that could compare to you, Pisces. This person feels like there's no one like you on earth, no one else. You're rare and you're unique and you're one in a billion and you're special and you're just out of this world. Beautiful from the inside out, though. They look at your heart and your soul. So the crazy thing is like, okay, well, they feel that way, but then there's a lot of hesitancy about like taking a chance. But there's two readings. I'll read one and then the other. So the first one is someone that I can see is looking at you and just feeling, like you're everything that they could want for and ask for, but then they're so afraid of it at the same time. So I know for some of you here that could be really confusing. I'm telling you that they feel you are incredibly special and important. Yet when it comes to love and being vulnerable and taking a chance, they're afraid and they're skeptical, especially if they're divorced or they had a long-term relationship fall apart. That's what makes them skeptical. It's like their head and their heart fight when it comes to you. Because I know that they cannot wait to hear from you, can't wait to see you, can't wait to talk to you. Yet they let those doubts creep in. So this person, you know, it's complicated when it comes to them because the best way to describe it to you, Pisces, is like my head says one thing, but my heart says another thing. And they conflict. Because what I'm telling you is real about how this person sees you and what they think of you. Like, you're amazing to them. Incredibly special and beautiful. But they're afraid of it. They're afraid of it. That's really what it is. That's where all that skepticism and those doubts come in. Not because of you and anything that you're doing wrong. You're doing everything right. But based on what's happened to them in the past, it makes them afraid. Like, could this be real? Could this be true? Yet they want it so badly, but they're. I think that they'll let themselves have it. I do, because who would deny this? Like, they can try to fight it all they want, like their logic tries to fight it, but they just may need a little time. Okay, so you have someone that feels like you are so special, yet they're like planted and they need more time before they move forward. Not all the time in the world, they will, but that's what's going on with them currently. Now, on the other hand, if you resonate in the other direction and I'm reading your energy and you're the one that feels like, well, I'm dealing with the person that won't take a chance on me. That, I mean, a lot of messages have come through for you letting you know how this person really feels about you. But maybe spirit just wants you to know what holds them back, and for you to know that you're not doing anything wrong and it's not you, this person, you've blown them away. But maybe just spirit wants you to know that they're just going to need a little bit more time and to not give up on this, because this is something that's very, very special. I think for someone here, it's just an explanation. Like, if you resonate with what I'm saying and you're the one that is like, you really want someone to take a chance on you, this person feels like you are, I mean, know that it's even deeper than love, because it's like my wildest dreams come true and it scares me. So spirit wants you to know what's going on with this person, and the ways, what makes them skeptical, what makes them scared, yet at the same time, they can't wait to hear from you. You're going to marry this person. You need to know that. Like, that's just what it is. There's marriage definitely in the cards, so to speak. It just could be off to a rocky and weird start. But when I look at things long term, which is not even what I intended to do in this reading, it's supposed to just be current feelings, but you're getting even more messages letting you know that there is marriage on the horizon with that person. So even if they're hesitant now, that's how they feel about you. that you are everything that they could ever want for, wish for, hope for. And that's the potential outcome between the two of you. So maybe Spirit is just telling you this so you see it through, that you can look at things from a different perspective. But moreover, if you feel like, well, I already like kind of felt that way. I feel like we're supposed to be together, but why is it not falling into place the way I thought it should? Know that you're right intuitively in what you feel about what the connection should be. Even if it's not there yet, that's where it's supposed to go. But for now, it just feels like they need time. Because what's meant to be between the two of you is what's meant to be between the two of you. It's just like you're taking away certain lessons with this person. If you resonate with the energy of things, you wish it could move faster or differently, but you feel like it's meant to be so much more. This is just a learning curve for the two of you. Okay, Pisces? That's what I can see going on. I hope that was helpful for you. I love you guys so much. Next is Aries. Okay, so my beautiful Aries. Let's tap into the energy. Let's see what's going on with this person. How do they feel about you? Sagittarius, Pisces, and Cancer's energy is all here, as well as Virgo. So are any of you thinking of one of those signs? Are you on the cusp of Pisces? You could be. Or your own moon or rising sign may fall under one of those signs. Cross watchers, also, that's their energy coming through. I feel like this person is torn. And when I say they're torn, don't think I'm implying that you're doing anything wrong, Aries. Things look very hot and heavy at times between the two of you. There's definitely an attraction, physical, sexual attraction. They feel like you're sexy. They feel like they can't stay away from you. So I know it's very difficult for this person to say no to you because of how attracted to you they are. Like, they love everything about you. The way that you talk to them, the way that you text them, like just your ways and your charm and your swagger. Like, they love all of it, can't get enough of it. And you know, this person has fallen in love with you. They feel very deeply for you. They're torn because they feel like it's not moving forward. And they feel like because it's not moving forward, it's not working out and it's failing. So there's a lot of confusion. I wonder if you feel like this person is confusing you at all. So to cut through everything, Aries, what you need to know is they want so much more than what the two of you have now. They don't want something casual. They want a commitment. There's a lot of love that this person feels in their heart that they want to give to you. And they feel like we'll be successful when things are moving forward between us. See, now they're in a place where they're really questioning what you want from them, your intentions towards them, how you feel about them. So if things have been casual between the two of you, know that they want so much more. It's very hard. They can't say no to you because of that attraction and that love that's there. There is lustful energy, yes, but I mean, if you're attractive, you're attractive. But there's also true, deep feelings of sincere love that this person has. So if it's almost like being at a standoff and seeing who's going to make the first move, who's going to maybe even put a title on things first, who's going to talk about that first. Know that they want all of these things. This person wants to be in a relationship with you. They feel like even there's making up that the two of you need to do for lost time where things should be. And They want to talk to you about this so badly and have a very serious conversation with you about what the future holds. It's just being in this weird energy of who's going to make the first move. And I know that they get in their own head with worry. They get in their own way and hesitate. I know that they need reassurance. I'm not putting pressure on you at all, Aries, to be the one that gives them that reassurance or makes the first move. But that is what this person wants. So maybe this is even a surprise for some of you here to receive this message from Spirit, especially if things have been kind of casual or just physical, sexual, flirtatious. They're in love with you. They are. And I'm just kind of like shrugging and like I'm smiling about it because they are. And I think for someone here, that's surprising to hear. Surprising to hear how they want so much more. And how, because things look like it's not moving forward from their perspective anyway, that's why they're not giving everything or showing you everything or saying everything that they really want to say and show and do. This person is very open to a discussion about your feelings, our feelings for each other, where we can see this going, what the future holds for us. They feel like they feel, I just keep picking up on this energy of like the physical, the lustful, the sexual. And that part of things is satisfying in the moment, but they want so much more from you than that. They want to give their heart to you. I tell you, Aries, like there is so much that this person holds back because they need that reassurance and those answers. So if you feel like you've seen everything that they're going to bring to the table, you really haven't. And that's why I keep smiling, because I feel like they're full of surprises. If the two of you could talk about what the future holds, I mean, there's just so much that they want to say to you and show you and do for you. So I feel like there's even, for someone, if they want to take this advice from Spirit, only if you want to though, you could really get the ball rolling on the connection if you were to bring up the whole subject about like, where do you see this going? How do you feel? What do you want? Because it's all like, I just feel like they're waiting for you to do that. Don't let me put pressure on you, but that's what I can see going on, because they're thinking about like a future that they want with you. Even if things are just super, like I said, flirtatious, physical, sexual, if it feels like it's shallow, it's definitely not. And with the things going on between you and them, you've made this person fall in love with you. They feel so deeply for you. Okay, Aries, that's what I can see. I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed the messages. Next is Taurus. All right, Taurus, let's see what's going on with this person you're thinking of. How do they feel about you? They really want to resist you, but they can't resist you. It's very interesting because they're almost like a contradiction in their energy. Like they'll tell you that things are moving like too fast, but then they'll go and pursue you and like initiate things with you sexually, physically, or at least want to. Do you feel like they're sending you mixed messages? I can definitely see why you'd feel that way. Sagittarius's energy and Virgo's energy is coming through. Earth signs are coming through really strong. So I wonder, is this another Earth sign you're thinking of? Specifically, Sagittarius or Virgo, I should say. Moon or rising, cross watchers, I'll let you know that, Taurus, because it's all here. So when I talk about like the sexuality and the urges, I mean, I just see it here. This person is super attracted to you, drawn to you like a magnet, like can't resist you, but I see how much they try. It's like I'm so wrapped up in this Taurus, I don't want to be, but then it's weird no, I don't mean that in a judgmental way, but it's just weird because it's like I push you away, then I pull you back. That's what this vibe is like right here. It stems from this person's insecurities to cut through all of it. They're insecure. They have unanswered questions, and that's what makes them feel insecure. I think what they really want to know is, what is this? They have like, where is this going? What are we doing? It's so funny because they might tell you that they want to take things slow, but they don't want to take things slow. They may say things to you like that only because they want to hear more about what you want. If the two of you can't stay away from each other or keep your hands off of each other, I mean, that wouldn't surprise me because there's a lot of sexual chemistry and energy that's here. You're irresistible to them. They feel completely satisfied by you, Taurus. They feel like you bring everything to the table. They feel like you are very skilled, even physically, sexually, with foreplay, with kissing, with just like your swagger and your approach, like your whole aura, everything. Like a moth to a flame, drawn to you like a magnet. But then it's funny that I feel like this person could push you away, then pull you right back. And just know where all of that comes from. I'm not saying that it's okay. It just comes from them being insecure and like can't say no to you when it comes to engaging physically or sexually. Because for some of you, it could just be like the kissing and like when things get hot and heavy. Some of you may not have taken it all the way with this person, like the foreplay of it all. Like they can't say no to it. But then they also like, they can't say no to it. They want it, but then they want to know what's going to become of it all. They do. So it's like, I don't want to do anything to push you away, yet I feel like they push you away. It's complicated. I will say that in this person's energy. So if they're confusing you, I wouldn't be surprised. It's complicated. There's many layers to it, but when you cut through it all, what this person wants from you, Taurus, is like answers about what are we and what does the future hold for us. It makes me wonder if like, do your encounters with this person end up more often than not in a misunderstanding or misinterpreting things, or does it end up with the two of you even arguing? Like, do you come together, have an amazing time, and then does it result in at the end of the night or when it's all said and done, you get into like some kind of argument? Because for some of you, I can totally pick up on that energy of like, you can't wait to see each other. It all like leads up to the moment, all that excited anticipation. You get together, you spend your time together, the time is amazing, but then it's like something is misinterpreted, or it leads to some kind of debate, or it leads to even an argument for some of you here. I could totally see that. It's, what's happening with that is things are becoming quite emotional between the two of you. Feelings are growing more and more and more between the two of you, for those of you that resonate with that energy. And it can't be left in a gray area. See, that's what the problem is, not knowing what are we in and where is this going and what are we doing. That could be for some of you here what leads to things kind of going left when it was all going right. And it feels like that happens with each encounter, or that happens in a very short period of time, if that makes sense. Like you could be talking on the phone to this person, everything's good, and then they're like, "Well, what did you mean by that?" "I didn't mean anything by that." And it kind of like it's because of the emotion and the chemistry and the sexuality and the unanswered questions. So that's why I see the whole push and pull thing. So for some of you Taurus watching this, it just feels like you could be in a complicated set of circumstances with someone. What is causing things to be so complicated is not having clarity from their perspective. They want clarity from you. Okay, don't let me put pressure on you when I tell you that, Taurus, but that's what's going on with this person, because I can see where their insecurities are triggered by all of this. And I wonder if any of you Taurus here watching feel like I'm reading your own energy. If you feel like I'm reading your own energy, Spirit just wants you to know that the two of you feel the same way and you're mirroring each other. I know that's not the easiest thing to hear or accept, but that could resolve a lot of the communication issues. Okay, Taurus, I love you guys so much. I don't ever want you to feel like I'm judging you when I read these energies for you, but that's what the vibe is like. That's what I can see. I do hope that it's helpful for you, though. All right, next is Gemini. All right, Gemini. So let's tap into the energy, the current energy, how this person feels about you. Let's ask Spirit to show us. Some of you have a person that wants to come back to you, come back into your life, or wishes you'd come back to them. That's what I can pick up on very strong, even with the 10 of Swords coming through. Like, can we come back to each other and move forward and leave our hardships or our difficulties behind us? You have this person is in love with you, point blank. Feels like you are my person, my other half, like why my life has so much meaning. And they look at you and feel like you have two sides to you. And I don't mean in a bad way. I mean, like, you are someone that could be so loving and compassionate and just thoughtful. They feel like you're one of the most thoughtful people they've ever met, so considerate and generous and like sweet and loving and kind. And then they feel like you have another side that they've seen where, like, I better not mess with you, or if anyone messes with you or anyone that you love, you are like a protector, you are a fighter, you are a warrior. So they feel like you're very well rounded. So if anything happened between the two of you where maybe you went your separate ways, only because I see how this person wants to return, what Spirit wants you to know about how they feel about like the circumstances and the situation, Gemini. I think they respect that you will stand up for yourself. They respect you. That's really what you need to know. They respect the ways that you're a fighter, and then also the ways that you can be so kind and sensitive and loving. So it's just like someone who wants to come back into your life so badly. That's what I can pick up on the most, is someone who's like wishing and pleading inside, especially if they don't say these things to you, for you to let them in, or let them come back, or let them get close to you. So if you feel like I had to show this person that I'm not a doormat, that they're not going to disrespect me, that they're not going to walk all over me, lesson has been learned. And they totally see that you are not one to be played with. Like, they respect you. So that's what you need to know. Like, they see that about the circumstances or the situation. They realize that you are not someone that is not going to stand up for yourself or protect yourself when you need to. So if you've been wanting someone to realize that about you, or like that lesson, you want them to take away that lesson, know that it has been learned. And I just see how badly they want to come into your life and start fresh. Like move forward. They want you to feel like you're at ease and like you don't need to protect yourself, like not with them. Even, given certain circumstances about what if, could have happened between you and this person before, currently, they want to come back into your life and make you feel like you don't have to be on guard. Like they know you have that side to you, but they don't want you to feel like you have to bring that out. They want you to feel like, let me back into your life because I want to make you feel safe and secure. I want you to know that you are the love of my life and that I'm going to be your partner. And I'm going to, protect you and be there for you and hold you down. So this person is absolutely serious about you. They respect you. You've taught them valuable lessons. You've taught them how to treat you, that's for sure. So if you were to let them come back into the picture, they would treat you exactly the way that you want to be treated. That's what I can see going on in this person's energy. They love you, they care about you, you're on their mind, you're in their heart, you're in their prayers. And I mean, 9 times out of 10, how they view you, Gemini, is like that very sweet, thoughtful, generous, giving person. Even though they saw that side of you that is gonna will go to battle if you need to, they don't want you to feel like you have to bring that side out. This person wants you to feel safe and for you to know that they do love you. They just really want their reputation to be fixed in your eyes. They care so much about what you think of them. They do want to prove themselves to you. So I just keep picking up on someone that wants to be back in your life so badly or come back into the picture. But if this is your current person that you're watching for and you resonate with this energy, like maybe you did have to stand up for yourself in ways that you haven't before with this person. The energy remains the same of like it's a lesson learned and they know that you're not to be played with. And perhaps if you resonate with that energy of, feeling like you had to stand up for yourself and that could have created, there's distance between you and this person, or that was a result of the distance. They don't want any distance between the two of you. They want to bridge the distance, close that gap, come forward and be tighter than ever and move forward from a difficult cycle between you and them. Okay, Gemini, that's what I can see going on. I hope you guys enjoyed the messages. I hope it was helpful. Next is Cancer. All right, Cancer, let's tap in. Let's see. How do they feel about you? What's going on with this person currently? It's a very interesting, like the way that this person looks at you and like is looking at the situation. This reading is kind of complicated. I will say that it's kind of complicated. I feel like it's like they're almost afraid of being controlled or afraid of like a possessive energy. But on the one hand, they know you don't treat them like that. See, it's in this person's mind what they're doing when it comes to you, Cancer. Like, they know that you're not gonna possess them or control them. Like they know how much you respect them. But for whatever reason, those fears is on this person's mind. But they don't want to be caught up in that energy. They want to move, like they want to embrace the next chapter of their life with you. That is what they want. I can just see where it's difficult for this person to let themselves fully let go and do that. You know, it has to do with things that they went through in the past and not even necessarily with you. Just like their struggles in love or times where they were in a toxic relationship or controlled or in an oppressive situation. I think because you treat them so well, it triggers a lot about when they weren't treated that way. So it's triggering. So it makes them recall difficulties. You're really helping this person move forward, and you know what you're doing for them is you're making them bring up things that have been repressed in their energy, in their mind, in their heart. You're making them, your energy makes that come up to the surface. So you are a catalyst for their healing and their growth. I hope that they're not holding things against you, but if they are, I'm not, like things against you that someone else has done. I hope they're not, but if they are, it's not okay. But I think Spirit just wants you to know where all of that is coming from. Have they fully opened up to you about the difficulties that they've experienced in the past, as far as like even addictions for some of them, dealing with someone that had problems with addiction, even abuse? It's just like this person, they know, they see you. I want you to know that. And they see the way that you treat them. They know that you respect them. It's just Spirit, for whatever reason in this reading, wants you to know all about this person's fears, their intentions towards you, that they want this, they want to move forward, but the anxiety that they feel at the same time. It's almost like they get scared because it's going too smoothly and it's everything that they wanted. And that's like a shock to the system. Like, wait, they're giving me everything that I gave. Like they think, right? When I gave of myself before in the past, and where I invested before and didn't get back what I invested or half of what I gave, it's you're giving all of that to me. This is how this person thinks. So it's very triggering. They're thinking of, you just trigger a lot for them. So they're thinking about the worst times that they've been through. But what's crazy is in you, they see themselves in a lot of ways, like your generosity, how the respect that you have. They gave that before and didn't give that back in past relationships. So now you're bringing all of that to them. They see all of that, but it scares them at the same time. It's a shock to the system, like I said, when they see their investments coming back through you, where they hoped for it in other places before they met you. They see it coming back into their life through you. This is like their good karma through you. But it's something that scares them at the same time. So I feel like this is a reading to explain to someone about what's triggering this person. Could be the ways that they hold back. And I really hope that they're not making you bear the brunt of what someone else did. But that's where all of this is coming from. I will just tell you that this person has a lot of fear when things go smoothly because they're not used to that. Don't think it's going to be like that forever. You came into their life to be a catalyst for their growth and forward movement. So that will come to fruition. But just currently, if you feel like they're holding back from you, that's why. I feel like this is a deep reading to explain a lot to someone. If you feel like this person creates waves unnecessarily, it's like a self-sabotage. They're not going to sabotage things fully, though. They're not going to. Because, you know, it's like something that I can see they're actively processing and working through because of the realizations they have about how you treat them, how well you treat them, how you make them feel. Then it brings up and they can look back at the past and see, wow, I was treated so badly before, and then my Cancer treats me so amazing. So it's like, it's a lot. You know, it's a lot for this person. They treasure you. I want you to know that. This is a phase. This whole like holding back thing that some of you resonate with as I read this, it's a phase, something that they will move past. They will. And I just think it's so important for someone to know like the fear it strikes in this person, like when things are going right and going smooth. Because they've never had that before. Okay, Cancer. Like, I'm not trying to make you feel guilty about anything that I'm saying or like, you know, say that any of this is right if it feels wrong to you based on your own experiences. But that's what Spirit is showing me about this person's energy. And I only hope that it's helpful for you. Okay, I love you so much, Cancer. And next is Leo. Last but not least, my beautiful Leos. Let's tap in. Let's see what is going on, Leo. Sorry if I moved the camera, you guys. This person on your mind, but moreover, I'm just going to open myself up and see what are your messages from Spirit. How do they feel about you? Well, the fact that it's all major arcana is very significant, Leo. Look at these cards coming through. Because major arcana is like looking at you and feeling like you are to serve a huge purpose in my life. This person feels divinely connected to you, like it's right with you. They're drawn to you. This connection feels right to them. Like I'm on the right path. And the fact that even your Leo energy is coming through just lets you know how connected to you this person is. It's like all about you, thinking of you, thinking about a future with you. Then the initials J and B are coming through. Is that important to you, Leo? Is this person's name with a B or a J, or is that your own initials? Then we have Sagittarius and Aries energy as well. So it could be your moon and rising signs could be under Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, who you're thinking of. Cross watchers for sure watching your reading. You make this person feel very proud. Like that's the thing. Your energy and like who you are and what you bring to the table makes them feel like they're leveling up just by being in contact with you, being connected to you. You make this person feel like I have to present my best self to this Leo. I have to bring my A game. And you know what's beautiful about that is like you bring out their confidence. You make this person grow to the next level. So not only do they look at you and feel incredibly proud to be around you, stand next to you, you make them feel like that rubs off on them and like they feel proud as a person, like being connected to you. So you really level them up. You definitely do. You level them up. But you do, you know, being around you, Leo, and when this person thinks about everything that you bring to the table, they are confident, but at the same time, they feel like there's more room for improvement for themselves. They just want to be everything that they can be for you. They want to just like I said, they care so much about their reputation in your eyes and how they present themselves to you. So to a certain extent, they still feel like you're out of their league. But that this person is not insecure. They're not. It's just like, okay, they they set the bar high. That's how they feel about you. And it's like, I need to be on my A game all the time. And even on my A game, I still have a ways to go until I'm on this Leo's level. So they think very highly of you, and you've made such an impression on this person. They're thinking about things long term because they feel, with, like I said, with you, this is my path. This is where I belong. This feels right. They feel like it's a gift. Like they think about things spiritually, energetically, even religiously between the two of you. This person is a very deep thinker, and currently I can see they're thinking a lot about the meaning of their life, and they're thinking about their love life, about themselves, their path, their growth, how you intersect, how you intertwine. They're thinking about all of that. So not only do you level this person, just like, your energy and your looks and what you bring to the table and your accomplishments, like, you level them up, but I can see the ways that you've been a catalyst for their growth as far as their spiritual and emotional intelligence. So this is absolutely destined. This is no coincidence being in a connection or crossing paths with this person. This was always meant to be. And it will be, because there's definitely a future here. Definitely a future here. They feel that, they see that, and subconsciously, even consciously, deep down, they know all of that. They feel like you are a gift and a blessing in their life, and like they're thinking about how there's so much more in store for the two of you. Yeah, they're thinking about marriage if you want like a straightforward answer. Definitely picture you as being the one, even if it's subconsciously. They know that. They know that already. It's just that this person feels they have more growth to catch up to be where you are. They do feel like you're ahead of them, but that doesn't trigger insecurities. It triggers ambition in this person. So they're thinking about really long term and what the future holds, and the two of you being each other's life partners. They definitely wish you well. This person keeps you in their prayers even. And even if it's funny, because a lot of things coming through in this person's energy, I can see into their subconscious and what they know. You even see the third eye open in that card. So I'm definitely picking up on their subconscious feelings and thoughts. But all of this will come to fruition as time goes on. Because, like I said, this person is ascending to meet you where you are. And don't take that as an insult, because I don't want that to come across as if it's insulting towards this person. Not at all. It's just that you guys look like you're in two different places. And I know that they called you in to pull them up because of all the major arcana coming through. This is no coincidence. This is a major road, so to speak, in life, lifelong partners. And even you can see the path on that card. A path leading to victory and prosperity and communication, like effective communication. You open up this person so much, and they do feel like you've been very open with them. This person feels and appreciates what you've shared with them because it feels that you like. Let me explain this to you, Leo. This person thinks so highly of you and is connected to you in such a major way that they feel the ways that you've opened up to them and shared with them, not everyone gets that from you. So that's another layer that makes this person feel like you are so special, how you make them feel so proud, and the connection with you and to you is so special. It's magical in their eyes. They're drawn to you like a magnet. Everything about the connection with you just feels right. It just feels, that's the best way to describe it, is like, this is right. This is where I belong. This is where I want to be. This is where I belong, is with you. So I think even what Spirit wants you to know is about the potential outcome for a long-term relationship. This person feels like your energy is very calming. You just really help guide them, even in ways that you don't know. You've assisted them. You don't even know all the ways. But since being around you, it feels very right and peaceful. Like your energy and your vibe has a very calming and positive effect on this person. You help them to slow down and see the present, but then you also help to bring out their drive and ambition and see the future. It's forever. It's forever. It's eternal. There's no changing their mind. There's no going back. Like I said, this is even subconsciously what this person knows deep down. But if they're already saying these things to you, Leo, this is an affirmation to you from Spirit that is the truth. You bring out the best in them, and you'll continue to bring out the best in this person. I feel like the two of you will continue as you grow together to bring out the best in each other. Definitely. They feel like you're so honorable. They look at you and have the utmost respect for you. And then you just make them want to do everything right and be right and like live their best life. And even this person feels like I said, you bring out their ambition and you make them very goal oriented. Because I can see where this person cares a lot about appearances. They care about materialism. They care about money. So I know that they work very hard. But then it's beautiful because they feel like I have a purpose. They feel like they feel like you came into their life and you make their life have a purpose, direction, guidance. So there's so much respect just flowing all throughout this reading. It makes me wonder, how do you guys feel about this person? Because this is the way that they feel about you. All right, my beautiful Leos, it's very significant, and I have to emphasize that, and I keep stressing that fact because of the fact that all the cards are major arcana. That is not to be taken lightly in a tarot reading, because out of all these cards, the major arcana is about the divine connections, the purpose, you continuing on the right path in your theme with this person, their theme in life, and how that intersects, and what the two of you will teach each other, how you'll grow, how you'll learn from each other. That's what I can see going on, Leo. I hope that you enjoyed the reading. I love you guys so much. If you did, don't forget to leave a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment. Let me know what's going on. I just want to say thank you again for joining me for today's reading. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next reading.